Hello students, welcome to this session. Hope you are all doing good. So today in this session, we are looking into number and letter series, the actual questions that you got in TG ICET 2025, Telangana ICET 2025, the actual questions for number and letter series is what we are looking at in today's session, in this session, okay? Let us start with the questions. So this is the question that you had. So we have 2, 5, 10, 15, 50, 45, 250 like this. Now at one glance, you may start taking differences here, correct? But when you observe carefully, from 2 to 5 to 10 to 15 to 50, it is continuously increasing. But then suddenly it is 45. So all addition and then suddenly one subtraction is not going to make any sense. So that is where you need to understand there could be an alternate logic here. Understanding the point? So we start looking into the alternate series. So what I do now is I take it alternately. So that is 2, 10, 50, 250. This is one series that I have, correct? Then we have 5, 15, 45, and then you have a blank. So this is how you consider. So this is what 2 into 5, 10, 10 into 5, 50, 50 into 5, 250. So it is increasing 5 times. And how about here? 5 into 3, 15, 15 into 3, 45. So 45 into 3, we get 135. And that is available to us in option number 2. So choice 2. Okay, so observe the given numbers, then approach. Then there will not be any confusion. Got it? Okay. Then next. Yeah. Now here, if you observe, what is happening? At one glance, you can say they all are odd numbers, correct? But then again, more importantly, you see that they all are prime numbers, correct? Because those numbers do not have any factors. So they are consecutive prime numbers, 67, 71, 73. So my next answer is going to be 79. So they are consecutive prime numbers given, correct? So that is what we get, right? Then moving on, next. Yes, now here we have 55, 56, 59. So they are consecutively increasing. So let us take the difference. So we have 55, 56, 59, 68, 95, 176, and then blank. Correct? So let's see. So we have plus 1, then we have plus 3, then we have plus 9, correct? And then we have plus 27, and then this is plus 81. So you need to be very thorough in calculations. So always practice manual calculations. Do not use calculators when you're practicing. You need the confidence that whatever you're doing, it has to be correct. So now if you observe the differences, they are also increasing. And how are they increasing? If you check, this is increasing by 3 times. This is again increasing by 3 times. This is again increasing by 3 times. So everywhere they are increasing by 3 times. So my next difference should also increase by 3 times. That means it has to be 243. So we add 243 to 176. Correct? So 6 and 3 you have 9. Now 7 and 4, 11, carry 1. So you have 419. And that is definitely available to us in option number 3. Understood? Okay. So that is how you have to look at. Right. Then next. Now the next one again, if you check, we have 5, 6, 13, then suddenly dropping to 12, then 21, 24, 29, 48. So I cannot take consecutive numbers because 5, 6, 13 increasing, then suddenly decreasing, then suddenly increasing. So these are the hints or the pattern that you need to focus on. Now I cannot take it as consecutive series. I have to again try to look at it as alternate. Now if I take alternate numbers, I have a 5, then 13, then 21, then 29 and a blank, correct? Then next we have a 6, 12, then 24, then 48. These are the numbers. correct? So we know 6, 12, 24, 48, these are double, into 2, into 2, into 2. But how are these? Because that is where the blank is for us. So you take addition. This is plus 8, then this is again plus 8, then this is again plus 8. So now you again have to add plus 8. So it is going to be 37, correct? And that is available to us in choice 4. So that is how you have to consider. Okay, right. Then next one. Yes, now you have 123, 78, 112, 87, 101, 96, correct? So this again we can consider them as alternate. Okay, so if we take 123, then 112, then 101, then you have a blank, then here 78, then 87, then 96 and 105, correct? Now if you look at the below one, now this is how much? This is plus 9. Again this is plus 9. Again this is plus 9. Consecutive plus 9s. Now here this is minus 11. Here again minus 11. So again here minus 11, I should get 90. And we do have 90 in one of your options, that is choice 1. Correct? So that is what it is. Observe the pattern. Then you will know how to approach and what to do. Okay? Right. Next, yes. Now we have some fractions given. But before that, two numbers are given. We'll come to those two numbers a bit later. But when you observe the fractions, look at the, numerator and denominator. So you have a 9, you have a 27, then you have a blank, then 243, 729, correct? And you have in the denominator 2, 4, blank, 16, 32, correct? Now look at the denominator. These are easy to check. Why? Because every time it is doubling. Here also this is doubling. So here also I have to double. So that here also I can double. So basically I am going to get 8. So still there are two options. So do what is necessary to get the answer, mark and move on. You don't have to completely solve it, then only verify the options. Parallelly keep an eye on the options. Understanding the point? Okay. So now we'll have to check the numerator also. Now in the numerator, 9 I can consider as square, but others are not. 27 is a cube. Now 729 I can consider it as a cube or a square, but the others are not. So but basically these are not squares or cube, but the numbers that are close to squares or cubes. Okay, or rather you need not consider that also. You can consider it as into only, simply. This is 9 into 3, 27. This is 243 into 3. Yeah, okay. So into 3 would work, correct? So that means because you have a 3 here in the beginning, so this is into 3. That means this should be 1. So that this is 1 into 2. So basically that is 3 by 1. So this is 3 by 1, 9 by 2, 27 by 4. So now this is into 3 we do, which is going to be 81. So that 81 into 3. So basically I got my answer. My answer is choice 4, 81 by 8. Correct? Yeah. So that means when you look into the first number, how should I write the number 2 now? So here if I put 1, then only it will be into 3. Correct? And in the denominator, I have to put half, because then only half into 2 gives you 1. So basically this 2 is written as 1 upon 1 by 2. Then the 3 is written as 3 by 1. That is how that number have to be analyzed. So 2 basically is written like this, 1 upon 1 by 2. Then only my logic will satisfy. Correct? But we need not focus on that. Our focus should be on where the blank is. Do I have numbers before and after? And just focus on that. So from 9 onwards, if you focus, that should be more than sufficient. From 2 onwards, if you focus, that should be sufficient. You will get your answer. But just for the understanding purpose, this is what you need to understand. So it is option 4 we get. Got it? Right. Then next one. Yeah, now this also is a fraction, and again you can take it as, separate numbers because they cannot be simplified. So take it as separate numbers. So we have 67, 85, blank, 127, 151, 177. Correct? Then in the denominator 76, 94, blank, then 136, 160 and 189. Now they are gradually increasing, you can take addition. So how much addition this is happening? This is plus 18, correct? And here also it is plus 18. Then here it is plus 24. Now here also it is plus 24. And this is plus 26. This is also plus 186. Sorry. I wrote it as 189. My bad. That should be 186. So that it is 26. So everywhere the same differences are being added. And if you see those differences, they are all even numbers, correct? Then this is plus 20. This also should be plus 20. And this is plus 22. This also should be plus 22. So 85 plus 20 gives you 105. And 94 plus 20 gives you 114. And you have your option 105 upon 114. And that's available in the first option. But you don't need to work on it completely. You just focus on the options. That is why always keep an eye on the options. When you keep an eye on the options, if you check, either you go with numerator or you go with denominator. Once you identify a logic, you will get a numerator. You look at your options, mark and move on. Because none of the numerators are same, none of the denominators are same. Correct? So that is how you do this. Do what is necessary to get the answer, mark the correct option and move on. You don't need to solve it completely. Yeah, when you're practicing, do it. But you don't need to do in a similar way in the exam. Okay, focus. Because our main goal in the exam is to attempt each and every question given before you come out of the exam. You have to attempt to maximize your score. Understand? So that way you need to approach and answer them. Got it? Right. So choice 1. Next. Okay, so let's see this. Right, so we have 6, 24, 27. Again, if you observe, see, we have 6, we have 24, we have 27, then 108, 111, 444, blank. Now, if you check your options, after 444, all are numbers very close to it, but 111 to 444, sudden increase. 108 to 111, gradual increase. 27 to 108, sudden increase. So whenever there is a sudden increase, multiplication, gradual increase, addition, multiplication, addition. So here also addition. So here should be multiplication. Correct? And then you will get your answer. So this is into 4 plus 3. Again, this is into 4 plus 3. Again, this is into 4. So I need to add plus 3. That is going to be 447. Correct? And you do have your answer that is available in option 4. Now, please also understand that you don't need to write everything on the rough sheet. There are some things you have to write. There are some things you can do it orally. So this, you can do it orally, get your answer, mark and move on. You need to choose what to write, what not to, so that you can maximize your, attempting number of questions. Got it? Yeah. So, choice 4. Next, yes. So we have 100, 98, 95, 91, 86, 80, blank and 65. So this also you can do orally because they are gradually decreasing and you just have to take subtractions, correct? So this is -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, so -7, that gives you 73 and -8. So 73 is what we choose as the answer. Okay, choice 2. Right. Okay, the next one. Now you check again. See what is happening from 4 to 8 to 13. Increase, but then suddenly decrease. Correct? Then again increase, decrease. So it cannot be consecutive numbers. has to be alternate numbers. So alternate numbers, again, if you check, if I take two numbers, so from 4 if I take 13, increase. From 13 if I take 10, decrease. From 10 if I take 6, alternately, again decrease. So initially from 4 to 13 is increase, then decrease. That also is not making any sense. So when it comes to alternate series, you can have 2 series alternately given, or 3 series also can be given alternately. So here it is actually 3 alternate series given to you, 3 series given in alternate positions. Are you understanding the point? So here this is nothing but, if I take 4, take the next, after 8 and 13 you have 5. So after 10 and 15 you have a 6. So then you will get 7. Means after 17 you will get 7. Then if I take the next second number 8, then alternately you have 10, then alternately you have a blank, correct, which is nothing but 12. So this is all consecutive numbers. So we have +1 +1. So this is all +2 +2. And when you look at 13, you have 10, and then, so 13, sorry, you have not 10, you have 15. Leave a gap of 2 numbers, correct? So you have 13, leave a gap of 2 numbers, you have 15, leave a gap of 2 numbers, see, that is why you get 17. So here also it is +2. So basically the logic is +1 +2 +2 in alternate positions. 3 series given like this. So my answer should be 12, and that's available in option 4, and that is what you choose. So observe the given numbers, see how they are given, then you will know how to approach. That way there will not be any confusion. Understood? Okay. Right. Then moving on. Yes, now see, here we have 1/3, then you have -1/6, then you have -2/3, then you have -7/6, then a blank is given, and then -13/6. So basically from 1/3 it is becoming 1/6. Okay, so that means it is reducing by half. That means you are doing -1/2. So if I subtract if I subtract 1/2 from 1/3, you'll get -1/6. Take an LCM, you will get it. 2 minus 3 in the numerator, which is -1. 3 into 2, 6. Then again, if I do -1/2, if I add these two, so in the numerator it is going to be 1 plus 3. So -4/6. So -4/6 is -2/3. Are you understanding? So we have -1/6 and -1/2. So when I do it, 6 is the LCM. So this is -1 and -3, which is -4/6, which is nothing but -2/3, simplified. So everywhere what is happening is you are subtracting -1/2. How do you get that? Look at the denominator. 3 became 6, 6 became 3, again 3 became 6. So everywhere that is what is happening. So in the fractions, if it is happening that way, it is -1/2. That is the pattern you will understand when you practice questions regularly. So again here this is -1/2. So when I do that, so again the LCM will be 6, correct? For these two, LCM will be 6, then you have -7, and then you have -3. So basically this is -10/6. So -10/6 is nothing but we get -5/3. Now which option gives you -5/3? That is available in option number 3, because it is given in mixed fractions. So that is what we choose as the answer. -5/3. Correct? Yeah. So that's the logic. So everywhere that is what you need to subtract. So this is -5/6. Sorry, -5/3. -5/3. Yeah, because alternately 3, 6, 3, 6, that is how it is working on the denominator. Then next, yes, now here, yes, again if you check, the leave the 0 for now. Now if you check the numerator, okay, if I take the numerator separately, 7, 26, 63, blank, 215, 342, 511, and the denominator, if I take 5, 10, 17 blank, then 37, 50 and 65. Correct? Now see the denominator, because when you look at your options, the denominator is not repeating. So I can check the denominator. So here it is plus 5, and this is plus 7, then this is plus 13, then this is plus 15. So can I say they all are odd numbers? So that means this is plus 9, and then from here to here this is plus 11. So we need to be careful. When you are getting odd numbers, there is also a chance that it can be prime numbers. When you have 5 and 7, they are also prime numbers. When you have 13, they are also prime numbers. But since you are getting 15 at the end, that is why I can say that they are odd numbers. Correct? So that is how you get it. So 17 plus 9 gives you 26. The only option available is fourth option. 26 appears only there because I have a logic here. They are odd numbers. Now, if you look at the numerator also, carefully if you check, the numerators can be written as, cube minus 1, because this is 2 cube minus 1. This is 3 cube minus 1. This is 4 cube minus 1. This is 6 cube minus 1. 7 cube minus 1. And the last is 8 cube minus 1. So my answer is going to be 5 cube minus 1, which is 124. And that is what we have. Option 4 is what we select. So you have to be very thorough with squares and cubes, because when you recognize when you remember squares and cubes, you can also recognize the numbers that are close to squares and cubes. That way it becomes easier. You may also take addition. Maybe it will work, but it will take some time to identify, because this is easy otherwise. Correct? So choice 4. Okay. Then next. Yes. So now we have 27, 30, 37, 50. So consecutive increasing. So we can take addition. 50, 69, blank and 135. Correct? So here we have plus 3. This is plus 7. This is plus 13. This is plus 19. So they all are odd numbers, but more importantly, they are prime numbers, and also they are alternate prime numbers, because see, 5 is missed, then 7 is given, 11 is missed, 13 is given, 17 is missed, 19 is given. So the next 23 you should miss, 29 should be given. So 69, 29. Correct? So it is going to be 98. So you miss 31 and you write 37, and that is where you are getting 135. So 98 is what we choose or select as the answer. 98 is what you select as the answer. Okay. So alternate prime numbers is the logic as the difference. Okay. Then next, yes. Now here again some mixed fractions are given. But if you observe carefully, all the denominators are 9 only. In my options also all the denominators are 9. So I need not worry about the denominator. Only look at the numerator. Change it into fractions, only write the numerator. Correct? So we do that. So we have 9 plus 8, you have 17. Then 18 plus 2, 20. Then 18 plus 5, 23. Then 18 plus 8, 26. See what is happening here? Everywhere you are increasing by 3. Correct? Plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So that means the next should be 29. That because that is where I am getting a blank. Now check in which option you are getting 29. So this is 27 plus 1, 28. This is 27 plus 2, 29. So basically that is what you choose as your answer. This is the option you select. 3, 2 by 9. Because after 29, again by adding 3, it is 32. So see, 9 into 3, 27 plus 5, 32. And then from 32, you add 5. Sorry, 3 more, 35. So 9 into 3, 27 plus 8, 35. So observe, you need to know what should I write to get my answer quickly. You don't need to write the fractions here. The denominators are same. Only the numerator will be written. So choice 2. Got it? Yeah. Then next one, yes. Now check here. We have x square minus 4x plus 4. So if you observe carefully, check here, you have a 4, then 9, 25, 49, correct? So can I say they are all squares? So basically this is nothing but x minus 2 whole square. The next is x minus 3 whole square. The next is x minus 5 whole square. The next is x minus 7 whole square, correct? And then you have 169, that is also a square, which is nothing but x minus 13 whole square. So you have a blank in between. So you check what are these numbers. We have 2, 3, 5, 7 prime numbers. So the next should be 11. 11 is nothing but x minus 11 whole square. Now if you observe your options, the only option where you get a 11 square is here. So that is why we select choice 2. So that is what you do. You don't need to write it in this format also. Just observe these last numbers. You will know this is 2 square, 3 square, 5 square, 7 square. So 11 square. And then 13 square. That gives you your answer. Correct? So do what is necessary to get the answer, mark and move on. If there is more than one option, then yes, you will have to check carefully. Got it? Yeah. Then next. Yes, now we have letter series. Now in letter series, you have a E, J, Z, X, R, blank, D, X. Now here always when letter series is given, first focus is vowels and consonants. Do I have a logic on vowels and consonants? Here clearly it is not. E is changing to J, the vowel is changing to consonant, so that is not going to work. So we take the place values. So this is a 5, this is a 10, this is a 26, correct? Now since we are replacing with numbers, again you should not write X as 24. These are all the place values, means the position it has in the alphabetical order. So X, please don't write it as 24, please write it as 50. Because after Z, it is again the 24th alphabet, means after 26, you add 24, gives you 50. Understanding the point? So how do you recognize these numbers? They all are numbers close to squares. How? This is 2 square plus 1. This is 3 square plus 1. This is 5 square plus 1. This is 7 square plus 1. Correct? So what are these 2, 3, 5, 7 prime numbers? So then next will be 11 square plus 1. Basically this is 122. Understanding the point? So then next my answer should be 13 square plus 1, which is 170. So what is the 170th alphabet? So what you need to do is take multiples of 26. So 26, another 26 means 52 is Z. 52, another 52 means 104 is also Z. Now 104 plus, 52 is 156, correct? 104 plus 52. So 156 is also Z. Now after 156, how many more you are adding? 14 more you are adding. So after Z, what is the 14th alphabet? So this 170th alphabet is nothing but 14th alphabet, which is N. And you do have your answer. So select choice 2. Understood? So that is how you need to do. So because you are replacing them with numbers, there is a possibility that you may get numbers more than 26. So whenever you get numbers more than 26, look into multiples of 26, and from there you can consider how much extra I have to consider. Correct? So that's how you do this. Then next, yeah, and next again you have some alphabets. We have E, okay, G, K, O, W, A, blank. Okay, now if you look at them as consecutive numbers, we have 5, 7, 11, 15, 23. Let's say this is 27 because it is the first alphabet, or 27th alphabet. By taking addition, here I am getting plus 2, plus 4, plus 4. Then this is plus 8, plus 4 again. So something not random, not relevant, something random numbers. Now if I take them alternately, like 5 to 11, 11 to 23, 23 to the next, and here 7 to 15, 15 to 27, if I take alternately. So from 7 you are adding 8, you get 15. From 15 you are adding 12, you are getting 27. So you are increasing 4, 4. Correct? And here from 5 you are adding 6, from 11 you are adding 12, then from here you add 18. Means after 23 you are adding 3 more. That gives you 26, and after that 26 you are adding 15 more because total is 18. So 15th alphabet is what? O. And I do have an answer O available. You select third option. Correct? So that is how this works. Alternate. Here it is 6 multiples, here it is 4 multiples. The differences. So sometimes you may get 2 blanks also. Then we can get it. Understood? Right? Okay. Coming to the next. We have L, B, Z, T, P, F, blank. So we have L is 12. Okay. Correct. Now B, I can take it as 28. Okay. Now Z, now check here. When you replace them with numbers, we need to be careful. So this, I can write this 12 as 3 square plus 3. Correct. So this is 5 square plus 3. Then if I take the next as 7 square plus 3, because now I will still consider them as odd numbers. 3, 5, 7 are odd numbers, they are prime numbers also. So if I consider them as odd numbers, this is 49 plus 3, 52. I know 52nd alphabet is also Z. 26 is Z, another 26 you add, that is Z. Now next, is it 9 square or 11 square? We need to check. So if I take 9 square plus 3, which is 81 plus 3, I get 84. Correct? So if I take 52 is Z, add another 26, you get 78 is also Z. Now after 78, you are adding 6 more. Correct? 78 plus 6 is 84. But 6th alphabet is F, but I don't have F, I have T. That means it is not 9 square plus 3. It has to be 11 square plus 3, which is 121 plus 3 is 124. So what is 124th alphabet? I know 104 is Z, and after 104, 20 more. 20th alphabet is T. So now we can confirm that they are prime numbers. So the next will be 13 square plus 3, then 17 square plus 3. Now my answer is 19 square plus 3. So 19 square is 361. 361 plus 3 is 364. So this is 13 square plus 3. 169 plus 3 is 172. And 17 square is 289 plus 3 is 292. Understood? So what is 364th alphabet? We know that 104 is Z. Another 104 you add. 208 is also Z. Correct? Now 208 plus, if I add 52, 208 plus 52 is how much? 260. Now 260 is also Z. Correct? So from 260, you are going to add still 104. See? After you take 260, which is Z, you are still adding 104. So if I add 104, 104 is again nothing but multiple of 26. So you are adding Z 4 more times. So basically 364th alphabet is nothing but 26th alphabet, which is Z. Is it understood to everybody? Okay. So that is how you need to do. So you need to take multiples of 26. We know because 364, you have 104 is Z. I'll just repeat it once again. 104 is Z. Add 104 again. 208 is also Z. Add 52 more. Gives you 260, that which is Z. After 260, you are still adding 104. Means 52, 52. Z and Z. 364 is also Z. And you do have an option Z available. Select third option. Okay. So you need to be very, very thorough in calculating. You need to get your answer correct the first time. Practice. Understood? Right. Okay. Next. Yeah. Now we have a group. Okay. We have a group given, but only one of the letters are missing. Correct? So you just have to check what is happening. So, and do what is necessary to get the answer, mark and move on. So first one you check. We have I to K to M. I'm taking only the first alphabet. So we have 9, 11, 13. So plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. Then next C, A, then Y. So this is, I can take 29, 27, 25. So this is minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. Are you following the point? 29th, 27th, 25th, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. So I am basically getting plus 2 for the first alphabets, minus 2 for the second alphabet, because if you check carefully, after 13 you have 15, plus 2, 15, 17, plus 2, 17, now you can get here, 17 plus 2, 19, 19 is S. So S definitely is now appearing in these three options. So I can rule out this. Correct? And after S, 19 plus 2, 21, U. So we know S is available. Okay. Then you can now look into the second alphabet. So here this is minus 2, minus 2. Now 25 minus 2. What is 25 minus 2? 23. So 23 is a W. So you have a S, you need a W. Correct? That is the second alphabet. Okay. Okay, just let me see. So you have first alphabet is S. Correct? So you have plus 2, plus 2, plus 2 you are doing. So 9 plus 2, 11, 11 plus 2, 13, 13 plus 2, 15, 15 plus 2, 17. So 17 plus 2, 19. Okay. So 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. Okay. So 19th alphabet is S. Then W you have. Okay. Okay, let me write the complete group, then maybe it will be easier to understand and explain. Okay. So we have I, C, E, T, M, G, U. Okay. Then we have K, A, G, blank, O, E, W. Then we have M, Y, I, P, Q, C, blank. Then we have O, blank, K, N, S, double A. Okay, so let's see this. So in the first group, there is nothing blank, only from the second I have. So if I take it, so here I have 9, 11, 13, 15. Okay, correct. Then you have 3, or this is 29, 27, 25. So 23, W. Okay. Then you have 5, 7, 9, 11. Then you have 20. This is 16, this is 14, so this is 18. So here you are going to get R. Okay. So fourth alphabet R. Okay. So here the second alphabet, sorry, here the fourth alphabet is R. So R means it is going to be one of these two options, correct? Because in the first group there is no blank, so don't get confused. The first letter that you see, it has to be in this position, which is the fourth position, which is R. Are you understanding the point? Okay. So it is one of these two options that I have to select. Then immediately after that, if you observe, the second alphabet should give me my answer. Correct or not? The second alphabet should give me my answer. So we have, now check. That means here. So we have, this is 21, this is 23, this is 27, so 25. 25 is Y. So here I should get a Y. Means the second position in the options, it has to be a Y. That means it is choice 2, not third option. You can select choice 2. So we have R, we have Y. Then if you look at next W, see R, Y, W, that is what we have. So basically this is +2, -2, +2, -2, again +2, -2, +2. So alternately it is +2, -2. Do you check? Okay. That is what is happening here. So this is 13, this is 7, this is 15, this is 5, this is 17, this is 3, this is 19, this is 1. So if you observe carefully how the numbers are going, so the first letters is +2, then second is -2, then third is +2, fourth is -2, fifth is +2, -2. Okay. So initially the confusion maybe is the first alphabet given in the option should be from the first group, not necessarily, because in the first group there are no blanks. The first alphabet in the options starts from the second group. So be careful when you look into that way. So initially you can check individually, but that may get some confusion. So do it in a group, you will get your answer. Understood? Yeah. So choice 2. Okay. Yeah. The next one. Yes. Now we have, if Swachh Bharat is written as, he has given H, then D, then blank X, blank Y, blank Z, blank ZG. Then the sequence of missing letters is. Now if you observe carefully, see this is 19 and 8, this is 23 and 4. If you look at these numbers, 3 and 24, this is 2 and 25, this is 1 and 26, again 1 and 26, this is 20 and 7. If you look at these numbers, the one thing that should come to your mind is they all are opposite pairs. Means the summation of the two numbers is 27. That is why we call them as opposite pairs. So that's what you check. Means you have 1 here. That means a 26 is missing. So which is Z. That should start with Z everywhere. The second alphabet now gives me my answer. Correct? Then here 3. Sorry, not 3. H, which is 8. 8 means 19. 19 means S. So Z, S. Yeah, that should be sufficient. We can choose or we can select second option as the answer. Understood? And if you check the remaining also, so here also you have a 8, that means this is S, 19. And here 18, here 9, which is I. So ZSSI. So that is what in the, when you're practicing, practice completely, but in the exam, do what is necessary to get the answer, mark and move on. In order to do that, you need to keep an eye on the options. So practice it like that. Understood? Okay. Right. So thank you and goodbye.